we check, see if we've got all the McDonald's crumbs off of me?
Yeah, cool. Yep, and then, whenever you're feeling it.
I'll have a little chicken select meal all over my lap.
Chicken select meal? What
Yeah.
time of day is it? 2 o'clock? That's fair enough.
That's a good lunch. That's a solid lunch. A 3-piece chicken select meal.
I would only ever have McDonald's late at night.
Really?
Yeah.
See, no, I will have a 3-piece chicken select meal for a lunch, but then if I'm going late at night, I will have a quarter pounder with cheese,
Really?
a chicken select meal, and any kind of cheesy bites you get from McDonald's.
All at once?
All at once.
Is this how we're starting?
Oh yeah, it can be. Yeah.
No, we can. If you want to start properly, with
No, this is it. We're in. We're fucking in. What would you do? What would you have then if you?
I'm such a basic bitch. When all restaurants, when I find my favourite thing, that's what I stick with.
Same. Yeah.
And my McDonald's order is pretty basic.
Okay, let's see that.
It'd just be like a chicken selects meal.
Just that 5.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Occasionally, if I'm feeling like a 5-year-old, chicken nuggets instead.
A 20-pack.
No.
See, this is just how my greedy brain works. I'm just going, why are you not doing the most maximum chicken?
Could you eat 20 chicken nuggets in a row?
No, I don't like the taste of the chicken nuggets. They're just a bit shit.
Yeah.
What is
chicken
it?
selects.
Chicken select. That's I think chicken select's better than KFC chicken.
I remember once I stayed at comedian Christopher MacArthur Boyd's house.
Yeah. Because
I had an early flight, and we went and got a late McDonald's, and I got chicken selects, and then I went to sleep, woke up the next day, got on my the airport bus, opened Twitter, and Christopher MacArthur Boyd, friend, has tweeted, sometimes you go to McDonald's with someone and they get chicken selects instead of chicken nuggets, and you think, what the fuck has happened to you? Didn't even tag me. He subtweeted my McDonald's meal.
That's a sneaky move,
Isn't it
Christopher?
just absolute rat's move?
That is sneaky.
That was
as
about
fuck.
4 years ago. Still furious.
Yeah, I would be as well. If someone called me out like that, would not be happy.
Yeah. I do go for McDonald's for breakfast every now and then.
I've never had one.
You've never had a McDonald's breakfast?
Never had a McDonald's breakfast.
That's fucked up.
I know.
I like there's a sausage and pancake meal, right?
Oh.
And it's like these sort of Scotch pancakes,
Right.
with like a circle sphere sausage. A burger?
Yeah.
I've just realised.
Yeah. In my head, I was like, I can't picture that. That's a burger.
Yeah. With maple syrup and it's pretty fucking good, man.
Oh, I love maple syrup. Do you like bacon and maple syrup?
Yes.
I love it, man.
Yeah. Well, that trip where I was going, leaving the train to Christopher MacArthur Boyd in Glasgow, was actually to Canada, where I had so much maple syrup all the time. Have you been to Canada?
No.
It's fucking crazy.
I was actually going to ask you about that today. Like, ask you about what's Canada like.
Man, it's like there's maple syrup everywhere. Like, I was staying at this guy's house, and he was like, "Oh, gotta get a proper Canadian breakfast, eh?" And he pulled out a big fucking dock of maple syrup, and it was because obviously in this country, if you buy like a fancy pancake somewhere, they're like, it comes with maple syrup, and they give
it's
you
like a little fucking thimble.
a little tiny scoop because it's expensive shit, right? Not there, just a giant vat, and they just pour, and you're like, oh my,
Keep it going.
When are they
Keep
gonna
it going.
stop pouring? They're not gonna stop pouring. French toast, crispy bacon, maple syrup. Yes. Okay.
Lovely
it was amazing.
stuff.
There's a great documentary on Netflix about the maple syrup wars.
Oh my God, this sounds like fucking... Were
called-
you in it, Coben?
It's called like money something.
Yeah.
Bad money. Anyway. Bad money.
Bad Money on Netflix.
It's about how there was like a great big heist of maple syrup. Maple syrup by the gallon worth more than oil.
Well, this is the thing. My dad, anytime you're pouring it, my dad will go, careful now, that's liquid gold.
Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah. He'd be like, that's so expensive, that. Be careful. Like,
Yeah. But in Canada, it flows like water.
Yeah, I would love that. Just to drown.
It's actually like roughly the same price in Canada. We're just a bit more committed, so you just buy it in larger quantities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fucking expensive, but people are always like, oh, maple syrup is expensive today.
Today, does it?
I
have-
guess. Yeah.
The price.
They put the price on the window like petrol.
Yeah, pretty much. Depending on time of the year, it changes
great.
price.
Yeah, so that was great in Canada, and I also had the best bacon sandwich of my life in Canada.
See, I think mine and your conversations all would 90% of the time revolve around food. I think
It's a food podcast, right?
Yeah,
The brown jewels.
Yeah.
Brown sauce jewels. Do you like brown sauce?
I hate brown sauce.
Do you really?
I am against anything with like vinegar in it. I think it's too vinegary.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's like there's some. It just makes me like heave. I can't do it.
Here's my hot take on brown sauce. I think it would be far more accepted as a condiment if they changed the name.
Yeah.
It sounds gross. And
Spicy sauce. They
well,
give it
no, even
British
like
spice.
just British spice.
There you go. Nailed it.
Now, yeah, like you can imagine, because in America, you know the way they always make fun of our food.
Yeah.
Every now and then there's like a Twitter
Tasteless.
thread, and they're like, "British food is all base." I'm like, "You drink cheese out of a can? Shut the fuck up, okay?" But you can understand. They're like, "Brown sauce? What is that?" But if it was called, "Would you like a portion of British spice?"
Yeah. I mean, it does sound a lot better. It sounds a lot more appealing.
I would slurp that up.
Yeah, just the unoriginal names we have in this country of tomato sauce and brown sauce and chippy sauce.
Yeah, curry sauce.
Love curry sauce.
Yeah, okay.
I've won you back, over. You're back on
You're
side.
back. Yeah, just when they think I'm out, they pull me back in. Love brown sauce. Love it on eggs. Love it on this one. Gus Lindbergh taught me macaroni.
That is heinous. Next time I see Gus, I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he has loads of weird food combos. One of his favorite weird food combos is sausages and jam.
No, you're joking me.
He said because he toasted like a jam on toast once, and then used the same knife to cut a sausage and had it, and was like, "This is a delightful treat."
Sausage and jam.
It's that sweet and savoury mix, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
You
to
like
be
maple
fair-
syrup and bacon?
Well, this is the thing. Before I had maple syrup and bacon, I was like, that is disgusting. How could you do that to bacon? And then I had it, and I was just like, I'm never going to look back.
Yeah, 100p.
So I can't. So I've got a weird thing. I'm allergic to egg, so I can't have. I think that's why I've never had a McDonald's breakfast.
Right, okay.
But this,
Hang on, so when you say you're allergic to egg,
so
right,
go for it.
what about like in a cake?
Yes, this is the conversations I've been having all my life.
Right, sorry
And
to
I,
be-
no. This
Sorry
is,
to bring a fucking normie conversation to the podcast.
No, this is
sphere.
it. No, this is exactly it. This is why I enjoy like these conversations, because I then have to convince people, but I'm also now so unconvinced myself.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem like it can be right.
Right.
Because when I was like a child, like my mum and dad gave me like egg, and it like came out with a rash on my face, so they just stopped giving me egg.
And you've never had egg since?
Never had egg since I was like 2-3 years
you
old.
must be fucking tempted to give it a go.
Well, this is the thing.
But what
Now-
if you exploded?
Exactly, Liam. Exactly. This is the.
How annoyed would you? Imagine, right? You had scrambled egg, and you went, "That's fucking delicious," and then you didn't explode. You're like, "I haven't had egg my whole life for this." Oh.
Exactly. Like 35 years of not having something. It's just such a cheap, easy meal to make, which is exactly what I love. Just
Yeah.
a nice like scrambled eggs, anything like that. So I'm now like, am I allergic? Because it doesn't seem possible that it could. It's in everything.
I didn't eat egg until I was like 25.
Okay.
I was a very fussy eater growing up.
Yep.
I
So
was a little baby boy, and egg grossed me out, which I stand by. I love eggs now,
yeah.
but they look like snot and they taste like fart. In every...
That's a hot take.
Absolutely. No, but they do, right? And it has the consistency of cum. It's got the trifecta of bad stuff, and yet that's how good it is that it
Yeah.
manages to overcome all those boundaries.
You're like, give me more.
Yeah, of course. So I stand by when people are like, I don't like egg. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. All right.
I could see why you didn't like it. Yeah.
Eggy cummy fart food. No, thank you. Okay, but it is delicious. So I first had it. I remember. Do you know what? It was actually in McDonald's. I didn't have it first, but I saw someone get scrambled eggs in McDonald's, and even though I convinced myself I didn't like egg, I was like, that looks delicious. That big bogey.
Big giant bogey on a burger.
Get that over to me. And then like, a couple of weeks later, I was in Thailand. I'm well travelled, and I just went, I'm gonna have scrambled eggs for breakfast. And I ordered it, and I had it and my life was changed.
So your first time you tried it is in Thailand? Yeah. Holy hell, Liam, that's exotic.
I know. The first things that people try in Thailand is not often eggs. No, but more often not, I think it's cock, actually. Can we say that? Yeah. It's not my podcast.
Oh, you fucking sit on this one, eh? Brilliant. You wouldn't say that on a joint album, would you?
No, I would. Or mushrooms, or
Pad Thai was the first time
that makes sense.
So I used to go over there I've been over there once, and I used to go like
I used to live in Thailand,
and I used to go Pad Thai but with no egg.
right?
And they're like,
does that work?
No, it doesn't.
You've never had egg fried rice,
I have,
right?
and I think I could feel a little something, but it wasn't that bad.
Right. Okay.
So now I've got to have basic bitch boiled rice all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Steamed rice, basmati rice. Can't have egg fried rice.
Do you have a rice cooker?
I don't.
Ralph,
Should I?
I bought a rice cooker a couple months ago. It's changed my life.
Really?
The Asians have got it fucking nailed. Okay.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing when it comes to rice, and fair fucks to them because the rice cooker is absolutely incredible.
Is that how big is it?
It's like
Well, that's not too bad.
it's about the size of your laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't fold down, but man, it makes it so good.
What kind of rice are you making?
I put basmati rice in there. It steams it. 10 minutes later, perfect fluffy rice every time.
Yeah.
And if it's you know how you always make the wrong amount,
Yeah.
it stays hot. It's left over.
So you just keep it in the thing and then just go back. Oh, that's good. I love Asian food's my favourite. So I probably should get that. Can you be a bit adventurous with the rice and then start chucking other shit in?
I put some pesto in.
Oh, pesto rice.
Yeah, delicious.
Is that a thing?
I put some pesto and some butter in, and it was tasty.
Right.
You can chuck some turmeric in there. All sorts. The world is your oyster.
Right, I'll write that down. Make a note.
Yeah, she's writing it down.
Go on, let's have a look at deals on rice cookers.
How old were you when you were in Thailand?
I was 29.
29. Okay. I think I vaguely remember that. Where did you start doing comedy by that point?
I think so. I'd maybe when I came back, I just started.
Right, okay.
Because I came back, I went off, and I hated my day job that I was in, working at a newspaper. Fuck you, the Scotsman.
Did you work at the Scotsman?
Worked at the Scotsman.
What were you
It's just
doing
like
there?
advertising sales. It was essentially a call centre.
Right, okay.
In amongst that, and worked there for like 10 years.
Have you ever got them to try and review you?
No, because the journalists were all fucking stuck up bastards and they used to think we were scum.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can maybe see why, because anytime there was any kind of like company night out, the advertising people would just like get drunk and like pee in the bushes and fall over and be sick everywhere. So
Be a good laugh.
yeah, hell of a laugh,
Yeah.
you boring journalists.
Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't really want to.
Fuck the Scotsman, even though they gave me 4 stars. And then you went to Thailand.
I went to Thailand.
How long were you there for?
So I did a month in Thailand,
A whole month.
a month
sick.
in Vietnam,
Great.
month in Cambodia,
Yeah.
3 weeks in Bali,
Wow.
5 weeks in Japan.
I don't think we've spoken about Japan either.
I know. It was on my list to talk to you today about, Liam.
Oh my God.
I wanted to talk to you about this.
So you were away for like, that's like 5 months, 4 months?
Yeah, 5 months. And it was basically, I just went to my job and I went, hey, look, can I get like a career break? And I went in with all these reasons as to why I should have it. And they just went, yeah, cool.
Yeah, you piss in bushes. Please
Yeah.
stop coming into the office.
Yeah, and so I went away for 5 months, wasn't noticed that I was gone basically. And I was just like, oh, this is weird. And then when I was away, I was like, I'm going to do stand up as soon as I get back. Got back, signed up to Red Raw.
Amazing.
That's
Cool. I didn't realise you were a backpacker in your heart.
Well, it was-
You got a copy of Shantaram on your bookshelf.
I don't know what that is.
It's a backpacker's Bible. But
So I had Kevin Bridges' autobiography
Right.
with me when I was backpacking.
yeah.
I think
Change
it's
it
from
to
I think it's from the website,
Did you open the Scotsman website?
Yeah, it was the Scotsman website.
dog shit website.
Yeah.
All of so that'd be the advertising team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the advertising teams have ruined online newspapers.
Yeah, completely.
Opening Edinburgh Evening News is a fucking nightmare.
I don't do it.
You click on like it's a news article and it's like you start to read it and then everything fucking changes because
Yeah,
all
it
the
just
ads
moves
load.
up and up. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like 4 auto playing fucking videos.
Awful. awful company to work for.
But they've all it seems like all fucking newspapers are, I mean, even the Guardian, you
Yeah.
can't get through without them going, we're just the Guardian, can you give us some money, please?
You've read 30 articles this month,
We've read so much transphobic articles by us. Can you please give us 5 pennies, please?
They're
Fuck
fucking-
up, man, you fucking rats.
Yeah, I hate that. When they come crawling, it's just like, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
I'm not funding you.
So that was you. That was your job. So I was in Thailand for 3 weeks.
No way. What'd you do?
So I guess I can tell this whole story. I was dating a girl,
Okay.
and we met just before she was going backpacking,
Yeah.
and then she went backpacking, and this was back when I used to enjoy a beverage.
Okay.
And I was out one night in my local boozer, and I was pretty toasted. And me and this girl were still chatting back and forth quite a lot. You know, she'd left. We hadn't really officially broke up. It was this whole awkward mess.
Yeah.
She didn't know when she was coming back. I'm like, well, are you gone? Are you here? What's going on? We're texting each other, flirty messages all the time. She's like, I'm in Thailand. And then she's like, you should come out here.
Oh, what?
And I'm like, I cannot afford that. And she's like, I'll pay your flight.
No way.
And obviously I was like, soberly, it's like, that's a silly idea. Come on. You can't, the suggestion, if you were to go, yeah, I'll go with you to Thailand, that's like, sure, let's get married and get together. Do you know what I mean? Drunk Liam. A free holiday.
Book it now.
with a girl who I obviously, we were dating, we were together, so it was like romantic and exciting.
Yeah.
So I woke up the next morning to like a text from her saying, so are you doing this? And I read through my messages, and it'd been like me drunkenly going, book it up, girl, I'm coming. And I told everyone in the pub, I'm going to Thailand
I
tomorrow.
never they carried you out. Liam.
No,
Liam.
they were like, you're not going to fucking Thailand, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Which is the main reason the next day that I went, oh, fucking sure. I will go to Thailand. So I went and met this girl I was dating, and then we went round to Thailand for like 3 weeks.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant, man.
It was pretty cool.
What were you doing at the time that you were just like, fuck it, goodbye?
I was like semi-pro stand-up, but like when I was semi-pro, I was living life pretty rough. Do you know what I mean? I was
You're partying a lot.
Yeah, and I was living in Gus Limburn's box room. And it was, we would eat once a day, maybe. And we would just get drunk a lot and, do David Mitchell gigs. And live at the Panopticon for like 35 quid on a Friday night. But we were,
You were living the life, though. That was
yeah.
At the time, you were like, fucking yes.
We're the coolest dicks in town.
Yeah.
Okay. Girl was going to come to Thailand. Okay.
Yeah.
So I cancelled. There was like a gig. I can't remember. I just messaged them and said, look, I'm going to Thailand. And they were like, okay.
That's a good enough reason.
So yeah, went out, went to, where did we go? Went to Chiang Mai.
Lovely place. Yeah.
And from there went to a place called Pai. Did you go
Yeah,
there?
I didn't go to Pi, but that's the proper like stoner's paradise, wasn't it?
Pai was like the up and coming sort of place to go party, so it wasn't completely ruined by tourists.
Yeah.
I went and stayed in a circus hostel
Lovely.
where it was like a cool hostel, but also they did like circus workshops throughout the day.
That is so backpackery.
Yeah.
It's
So
one of those
called?
tight ropes things.
They had all those everywhere, and then
Yeah.
there was poi, which is like it's like a long stocking with like a juggling ball at the bottom that you swing around.
Yeah.
And then so I did a workshop with them, and then I did a workshop with flaming poi, which is where you like dip it in fucking gasoline and set on fire.
Are you probably doing this? Fucking.
Coolest
how
fuck.
I'm guessing you were not sober at any point of this.
For the flaming one, they were like all these circus freaks are very like
Circus freaks.
well, they're all like posh.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
They're all
They've
posh.
all like wear like a top hat with a feather in it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So it's time for the poi workshop, and we are going to be working with naked flames. So if anybody has had alcohol, please do not enter the area.
And you're like, I'll fucking show them.
So that was, but it was a really cool hostel. I have
Yeah.
very fond memories of that place. I sometimes wonder if I ever had like a full, if I ever went like fucking bonkers, nervous breakdown,
right to Pi.
That's the place to look for me.
You're going to Pi.
Yeah, although I think now it would be like, I mean, I was like mid-20s then, so it was like quite cool. But now mid-30s turning up with loads like young kids go,
Yeah.
hey, it's time for the juggling workshop. And I'm like, hey, fuck you, who fancies some fucking MDMA?
I've got this in my Pi the corner.
Yeah, so that's where I'm off to. But, great place. Loved it.
Yeah. So you're there, did you do anywhere else in Thailand?
Did little Bangkok and
Bangkok's horrible, isn't
Koh
it?
Phi Phi and the island. Is it Koh Phi Phi was the island from
Yeah.
the beach?
Yeah.
And all those places really expensive, full of arseholes, just like full of like really muscly British kids wearing string vests
With like Chang beer.
Yeah, or Phuket, went to Phuket and it's all like, fuck it, Phuket, fuck it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Well, see, when I was there, I was like 29, in amongst all the gap year students.
You were
I'm
probably just on the older edge of stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, if it had been a few years later, they'd been, what are you doing here, you fucking nonce? Get
Yeah.
away from us.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
far too old to be here. And there was guys older than me. They'd be like a 45-year-old guy would check in at the hostel, like throw his bag on at the top bunk and be like, so what are we doing tonight, guys? And you'd be like, nothing with you, mate. You fucking creep.
You get those guys, and I don't know if they just came into money when they were like fucking young or whatever, but they're just like, yeah, I've actually been backpacking for 40 years. And you're like, well, can you stop?
Yeah.
Stop being
Get a
weird.
life. Yeah.
And also, a lot of when you hit 30, most of the sort of traveling, you're not staying in hostels.
Yeah.
If I went somewhere now and they were like, the accommodation is a hostel, I'd be like, no, it isn't.
I think you'll find this gig's not happening.
That's incorrect.
Yeah.
The idea of sleeping in a room with fucking 4 German guys and like some Swedish backpackers
Yeah.
snoring, drunk, like giving each other hand jobs in the corners.
If I've been to the wrong hostels, where's this?
That ever happened to you? You never had people getting off in your hostel room?
I've been on the bottom bunk of a bunk bed with the top bunk. A couple are going at it.
Yeah.
In fact, where was it? It was somewhere in Vietnam. There was a guy who was deaf, and
That's not a funny part.
and the girl, his hearing aids fell out mid shagging. So he didn't know how loud he was. So there's a room of 6 of us, and he's like, "Rah!" The fucking noise of this man was incredible. And I'm getting the bunk, but it's going so vigorously that I'm just getting
His hearing
rocked.
aid just fucking lands next to you on the pillow. Is this yours?
Yeah, he's going.
Hello?
Please stop. He's going to hell for leather. I'm just getting fucking rocked to sleep. It was
I
wild.
remember some fucking German guy getting like an old fashioned, as we like to call it, a handy.
Handy.
You ever heard that? I heard someone call it an old fashioned once. I just thought it was the funniest. Oh yes, she gave me an old fashioned.
An old fashioned.
No, getting a wristy.
A wristy. That's a very Australian one, isn't it?
Yeah, and but he was like doing dirty talk to her quite loudly, just like in his thick German accent. I want you to. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Yeah, that is good. I like that. You're so sexy. Yeah. It's like, bro,
We can hear you, man.
do you mind? There's a walking tour at 7 a.m. that I want to go to. I want to go see the botanical gardens.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Did you do much cultural stuff, or were you like party head?
Oh, pie head. But
Right.
then I'd try and do like a trip to a temple, and I'd get to the temple and I'd be like, I hate this.
I've just remembered I hate temples.
Yeah. I am not into this cultural shit.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I tried to do it. But even in places like Japan,
Mm-hmm.
in Tokyo, you're kind of quite a serious set, kind of loads to explore. I went on pub crawls in Tokyo. That's kind of,
Really?
yeah.
So, I mean-
scum, Liam. I'm scum.
I did Japan as a honeymoon.
Yeah.
Very different vibe.
Yeah.
The idea of a pub crawl in Tokyo seemed like, because the place I've been in pub crawls, I did backpacking around Europe.
Yeah.
So like, it kind of makes sense. Do you know what I mean? You can see like Edinburgh. You can see why someone would do a pub crawl here, even though it's a bit more expensive.
Yeah.
But like Poland, Krakow, I went on pub crawls around there where everything is like shots of vodka for like 10p or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting fucked up in the street. Great. Japan, Tokyo,
Yeah.
the like manners capital of the world.
Yeah.
Even like I can't imagine a strip even like facilitating that well.
It wasn't a strip. There was like maybe 3-4 pubs and kind of clubs type things in
Yeah.
the same area that you could just walk in between. It was so everywhere I'd been before was all these like social backpacker hostels, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna go to the filming party and everything. The whole hostel would go out. So when I got to Tokyo, I was just like, right, it'll be the exact same. I'll stay in a hostel in Tokyo. I got there, I was paying like 50 quid a night for the hostel.
Yep.
It smelled like wet dog. No one wanted to go out. No one even wanted to talk to me. Everyone was just like just sitting in, just writing poetry. Like no joke. It was a very different vibe.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I feel very lonely in this city. How can I meet people? Pub crawl.
Yep.
Pub crawl was fucking wild.
Was it good?
It was good. But I quickly learned why there was a lot of American guys there. A lot of American guys there.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, you know exactly where this is going. A lot of American guys there just trying to hook up
Yep.
with Japanese women.
So
And so we were like, and all, you know, the kind of guys that kind of started talking at the start, and they went, right, pub crawl starting. They just went off in different directions to try and talk to other women. And I was just left standing there just like slapping on my lemonade.
writing poetry. No wonder they're writing poetry. They don't
Yeah.
get laid. So I did gigs in Japan.
Yes.
The last weekend of our honeymoon, there's like a comedy club in Osaka.
Yeah.
And I'd spoken to comedian Carl Donnelly, who had been out there
Yeah.
and done gigs. And so he gave me this guy's address. And I spoke to my wife. I was like, I don't know if I want to do gigs in my honeymoon. But she was like, well, it's like a cool thing to have done.
Yeah.
I would like to go. So I went to this comedy club. And they do 2 nights. And there's like 10 comedians who live in Osaka.
Yeah.
And they're all expats. They're all British, American. There was
Yeah.
like a Brazilian guy, Australian, from mainly sort of English speaking countries.
Yeah.
Because only 10 of them, they just like swap every week. So they all just know each other. They turn up, do a gig, get drunk. That's their lives.
What's the standard like?
It's not dreadful, although one of the guys I remember messaged me to say he was coming to Edinburgh, and you know they'd had me at their club. Could I help them? Could I help them get a gig? And I remembered, well, I think he was okay. So I sort of put him on to Monkey Barrel,
Brilliant. Shout out to Monkey Barrel.
and Monkey Barrel messaged me saying, "This guy, is he all right?" And I think, well, I think it's okay for a 10. And reader, he was not okay for a 10. The Monkey Barrel messaged me, and who the fuck was that guy?
Yes.
And I've not really been trusted to give recommendations since. So it might have been in the area in the night. Everyone seemed to be okay. There was one Japanese comedian who was really, really funny.
Yeah.
And the rest were, I think, fine. But I was like, I wonder, Osaka's like a weird place to move to as a Brit or an American Australian. You would think people live in Tokyo or Kyoto, the main places. It'd be like moving to the UK and moving to fucking Nottingham or something.
Yeah.
You're like, why are you here of all places? And the second night was bring your girlfriend night. And then
Yeah.
it all made sense.
It's all adding up now.
I was like, oh.
Right now I see why you live here.
You like petite Japanese girls
Yeah.
who are 10 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Cool. I shouldn't have said it on stage.
Yeah.
That went down like a cup of warm sick. Ended my set being like, now I know why you guys will live here. It's like a subservient thing. You're like these women. You can't get women back at home. Thinking it'd be like a funny moment of self-realization. They're like, yeah, they were like, do not joke about that.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. At the back of the room, like, shut the fuck up, Liam.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But no, cool place. Very expensive, Japan.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't do any pub crawls or anything like that.
Yeah. When I Googled it before I went, because I was just trying to do it on the cheap. I was like, had no money when I was doing all this. Like, no money at all. Mm-hmm. So I'd Googled it to be like, what kind of like living standards is Tokyo like? What city is the equivalent? And it comes up Edinburgh. And I was just
Really?
like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm screwed.
But Tokyo is much more advanced than Edinburgh.
Oh, so much more. Yeah.
That's the weird thing. So when you go around to like Thailand,
Yeah.
what's the best way to say this? When you talk about like developed nations,
Yeah.
like the UK is like more quote unquote developed. I don't know
Yeah.
the best way to say it. But then you go to Japan and you're like, oh, they're the developed nation.
Yeah, we're nothing.
We are little ants in the ground.
Yeah.
And they're squishing all over us.
Yeah.
Everything's fucking incredible. Everything works so well. Everything's so clean. Everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
I loved it there.
Crime free.
If I won the lottery, I'd be like, I'm going to go live in Tokyo for a year.
I would do that as well.
Just the fucking one of the coolest places I've ever been.
Yeah. Cool people as well. Mm-hmm. Very, very cool people. Everyone just dressed so cool.
Yeah, I went down Harajuku Market.
Yeah, went there.
I follow a Twitter, Instagram account. Let's try to say that again. I follow. And how can I nail Harajuku Market, but not the words Instagram account? I follow an Instagram account called Harajuku Fashion. And, I mean, they are getting away with fucking murder, all right?
Yeah.
They are dressing stupid, but it looks cool.
It does.
Wearing sunglasses as a bra, go for it.
Yeah, that's proper like fucking weird, wacky little street. Mm-hmm. Just surrounded by cool wee food places. Mm. Yeah, I could live there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, not a place to take a vegan.
God, no. I don't think that's kind of really reached them yet, has it?
Doesn't really exist. My wife had to eat rice balls every night.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't. I was like trying and push myself out there and try new food, but then I just end up just having a chicken katsu curry all the time because it was just like on the wee vending machines. So they have vending machines where you like order food, print the ticket, and then take it up. Yep. I could only then just go like, oh, I recognise what that is.
I didn't have the vending machine chicken katsu curry on my honeymoon. Not to flex, but
I was struggling.
Yeah, not a place to go if you haven't got money, Tokyo.
Fuck no.
We blew through our budget in the first few days and we're like, well, I guess we'll just have to spend the money that we're going to spend on life instead.
But that's it. That's what you do. You go for your honeymoon. That's the ultimate holiday destination.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Where you want to go.
Shit hot. Where was your favourite place that you went to on that trip then?
Vietnam. Love Vietnam. Purely because I love Vietnamese food.
Right.
But the people were pretty cool. Cities were cool. Towns were cool.
Is it just egg you can't have, or is there other shit that fucks?
Just egg.
Okay.
Also, I used to be a very fussy eater before. When you were saying when you were younger, you were fussy. So, like, vegetables were not...
Yeah, same.
Not on the menu.
And I still am not great with them.
Same.
Because it's like a historical... I'm still like... I have a thing where I'm like, but what if it's gross?
Yeah.
But what if it's gross? I can't put it in my mouth in case it's gross.
Yeah.
And like people who like the way people talk about fussy is you're a baby. Yes, I'm a baby. Yeah. Get over it.
Don't care.
Yeah, no, I still struggle with that.
Like if someone puts lettuce,
I hate lettuce.
Liam, I'm so glad you're here. Because everyone else goes, oh, you're fucking pecking off the lettuce. Lettuce is gross.
It is. Do you know what? I like spinach, right? I put spinach in place of lettuce every single time.
Spinach, rocket, okay. Lettuce, minging.
Rocket's a little bit peppery for my liking.
Oh.
But I'll have it if I have to. Yeah. If I'm too embarrassed to take it off in front of company. I realised it was like I was in my mid-20s and like the friends I went to university with and went to school with, everyone was growing up. And so it stopped like, we're not going to fucking pub crawls around Koh Samui anymore. Yeah. We're having people over for dinner. Come over for dinner. And I would go to someone's house and it'd be something I didn't recognise and I would look at it and I'd go, oh boy, I'm such a little tiny baby. And they're all adults and I'm a baby. And
I can relate to this.
Yeah, of course.
I can relate to this.
So I was like, I have to sort this out. So then I started, like, just a switch went. I have to try stuff now. I have to grow up. And then I realised that actually it's okay to not like some stuff. Yeah. There are, people who are good adventurous eaters, have stuff and go, don't really like that. Yeah. So there's still shit that I just will not abide. Lettuce. Yeah. Mushrooms. Yeah. Sweet corn.
And I can get on it, sweet corn.
Yeah. No, thank you. Okay. Raw onion. What the fuck are you doing?
Who the fuck is eating that?
People put like red onion on shit.
No.
You buy a pizza or something sometimes, or like, I fucking went for Vietnamese food. Let's do it my first one. And it came out and it was just like red onion all over my shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
A little onion chopped up. Sure.
I don't want to be able to see the onion. When I chop onion, it's finely chopped within an inch of its life.
Yeah. Blended. Yeah. Evaporated and then put in the bin. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'm on board. Yeah. I know the people listening to this are getting annoyed at this conversation.
I don't care.
If you are not like this, then you do not understand. Okay. Yeah. But this is my lived experience. Yeah. So actually, shut the fuck up.
I fully support that message of shutting the fuck up.
Yeah, I was so. But I mean, I ate just pasta and chips basically for years.
Oh, fucking love it. Love it.
And that makes up a large part of my diet to this day.
I used to just do like pasta, Lloyd Grossman sauce, fry some chorizo, and that was my food for years.
That is kind of my diet at the moment. I love fried chorizo and Lloyd Grossman pasta sauce.
He does it well. He does it well.
I mean, that's why his name's on the jar.
Yeah, he's not been on TV for about 20 years, but he's dining out on that pasta sauce. He's doing well.
Yeah, smashing it. So that is there any other things? Any other foods that I think for the most part, I mean, like there is some stuff as well where I think it's fine, like prawns and shit. I'm like,
I like seafood.
I don't mind some fish. I like salmon, right? White fish, great.
Yeah.
But things with like eyes and crawly bits, come on.
Get rid of that bit. If it's a big prawn, I hate the fact when they give you like a prawn and I've got to fucking rip all the skin off and rip all the legs. Just give me it. If you're working in the kitchen, surely just rip it off for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I shouldn't have to rip skin off something that I'm eating in a restaurant.
Yeah.
That by bare minimum, that's what you should do.
Yeah, and they go, "Oh, don't worry, we'll give you a little lemony hot water so you can wash your fingers afterwards." It's like, I fucking don't want that.
I do like that though. I actually think all restaurants should have a little lemony hot water thing to dip your fingers in, even if you're using cutlery. It's just nice.
So you just like to put your hands in there, like.
Just that's good. Yeah.
Oh, you don't.
No. Just having jokes. It's a comedy podcast.
Welcome to the Ground Rules. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I can't abide by vinegar. That's my ultimate one. And anytime anyone ever gives me shit for it, I'm like, you must have something.
Yes.
Everyone has one thing, but just because my one isn't the same as yours, you're
It
like,
is unusual, a vinegar thing.
yeah.
I'm not coming for you.
No, I can tell. We're on the same side here. We're anti-lettuce.
It is unusual. It's
Yeah.
that's one I haven't heard before.
It's like if someone's sitting next to me eating fish and chips and they douse it in vinegar, I'm just like, I'm gonna have to just move away.
Really?
Yeah.
So I have that powerful effect with peanut butter. The smell of it gets to the back of my throat, and I'm like, I have to leave the room.
All right.
Yeah. And then I've got a dog, and dogs love peanut butter.
What about satay sauce?
No, it doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah.
It's like specifically peanut butter. My wife loves it. Sometimes she'll have peanut butter on toast, and I'm like, you need to leave. not just the room, but me.
my life.
You're leaving me now. We are divorced. Don't come near me with your peanut butter tongue. Ugh. Me and the dog are going to move out.
Yeah.
But I have actually, in fairness, there's days when like we need to give the dog a peanut butter treat, and this is love, right?
That's how much you love Bertie.
I will push through the disgust to get that little tail wagging. I don't know what that
wags, and it wags a lot for dogs with peanut butter.
Yeah, it's a big toy that you stuff it with. Yeah.
Corbin, have you got one like that? Have you got like an absolute just a dead no?
Nope.
Cool.
I'm like the opposite
Freak.
of you guys.
Freak.
Actually, I guess the one thing I hate is hard-boiled eggs. Cannot do it. I just something about them. Like I tried eating them one time. I remember being at work. I was a lifeguard, and I was like, it's my break, and I was like, I'm gonna try hard-boiled eggs. Had like paprika and cayenne pepper ready to make them good. Started eating it, almost threw up.
Really?
Yeah.
What about
So
a
bad.
soft-boiled egg?
I've never even bothered soft-boiled.
But if you get like a bowl of ramen or something, there's like half a cut egg in there.
Yeah.
No,
I'll always
I'd-
get that shit out of there.
Really?
Yeah.
I asked for an extra egg.
Yeah, no,
I remember Phil Wang saying in his podcast, I can't remember why, but it was like, just always ask for an extra egg in ramen. And I was like, that's a fucking great idea. So I always go,
Yeah.
extra egg. Tea stained?
Oh no.
Don't know what that means, but I like it.
Have you been to Gulp Ramen and Leaf? Apparently, that's like the best ramen in Edinburgh.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Apparently,
my
like-
ramen days are behind me, Ralph.
Yeah. Done.
My delicious. This is actually quite a sad podcast. Quite sad
Okay, let's.
turn to take in the podcast. But my bowel exploded, and thus I basically can't have spicy food anymore.
Right. Okay.
And then Christopher MacArthur Boyd, the rat from earlier, he was like, we were doing Monkey Barrel together. There was a break between shows. Like, you want to get ramen? I'm like, I can't eat ramen. He's like, you don't have to have spicy ramen. I was like, you're right. And we went for regular non-spicy ramen, and it was not a good idea. So
Yeah.
my ramen days, unfortunately, I think are behind me.
I mean, it's not the biggest loss in terms of food.
It feels. I used to go to Maki Ramen like once a week at least for the hell ramen.
Yeah, I've had that.
It's not a surprise that the hell ramen isn't great for people with inflammatory bowel disease. It's got the word hell in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. So the ramen day is long gone. R.I.P.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
okay.
ramen. Peace out. Let's see if you like a bit of a world traveler. You mentioned earlier. Where's next? What's on your hit list to go? Where's left for Liam Withnail to see in the world?
So I've never been to South America, so that's a big one.
Yeah.
I've never been to India.
Yeah.
And it's always been like a dream of mine. It was always like a dream to like do like 6 months. I'm just going to go to India.
Yeah.
I'm just going to live, be with the Indian people,
Yep.
learn, love.
The Indian ways.
But you can't really go and do a solo 6 month find yourself traveling expedition when you're married.
Yeah, that does
Hey, honey, you hold up the fort. I'm going to India.
for a few weeks.
I'll give you a call from Mumbai, maybe. So yeah, so that dream is off the cards probably. But I would like to go India, Pakistan, all those places, Middle East. Love to travel around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, South America is a biggie.
Yeah,
I've not done Vietnam either.
Vietnam is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
You could skip Cambodia. Cambodia was nothing. Cambodia wasn't that good.
Right, but you were on a party holiday.
Yeah, but it wasn't just, it just in terms of actually going to see him. I did, to be fair, during the day, I was going up hungover and going to see all these places. I wasn't
Yep.
enjoying it,
Yeah,
but I was
yeah.
going to see them. There just wasn't that much to do in Cambodia.
Yeah, okay.
But Vietnam,
You're like Killingfield.
oh my god, fuck yeah, that was the kind of, everyone's like, don't worry, you've got the killing fields to look forward to at the end of the trip.
Yay!
Brilliant.
Get my picture. Ding. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking depressing as fuck.
Yeah, I'd like to go to that. I think that would be very interesting.
It is interesting.
Did you? So I went to Auschwitz.
I went to Krakow on a drinking holiday,
Yeah,
and we were like, we can't go.
You didn't go to Auschwitz?
We didn't. We thought we genuinely actually had a conversation of it would be quite disrespectful as to how hungover we were if we went to Auschwitz. So we went just drinking for like 3 days solid, and then
Yeah.
everyone else in the hostel came back from Auschwitz, and we were like, "Fucking yay!"
Party every night. Party every night.
Yeah. And they were just like, "We're just gonna stay in tonight." And we were like, "Okay, goodbye."
Yeah, okay, losers.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so I would like to go to loads. I'd have. And the good thing about comedy is that sometimes you can go and you get these trips. Just fucking someone's like booking you for that shit. You're like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm doing the Austrian skiing festival.
Are you doing that one?
Altitude.
Oh, you
yeah.
fucking lucky bastard.
Yeah. Great. I've never been skiing. Have you been skiing? You a skier?
Yeah, it's snowboard.
I've never done skiing or snowboarding. I always felt like it would be the final nail in the coffin of my working class upbringing.
See, I don't know, because see when you go to like places like Hill End and everything like that, you don't really kind of get like walk. I get when you go to like the ski resorts, it's very like kind of like upper middle class type stuff. But I think there's kind of just places in Scotland you can go, like Cairngorms doesn't have that much of a vibe like that.
Yeah, but Dagenham didn't have its outdoor ski slope.
That's a good point, Liam.
You know, the Greater London is not doesn't have that sort of access. So anyone I knew I only met people. The first time I met anyone going skiing was when I went to university.
Yeah.
And it was like the ski society, and it was what you joined if you were a cunt. And I, you know, so I was always like skiing, and someone's like, "Well, do you want to come for a skiing holiday and just do comedy?" I was like, "Okay." So I have to like learn how to ski.
Where are you going to do that?
Well, I think I'm just gonna do it there. Just gonna learn to ski when I'm there.
That's a ballsy move, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I would even just go to Hill End, learn the basics.
Okay.
Because if you go out there, you'll pretty much, it's exhausting as well trying to learn it. It's a physically fucking draining thing.
For fuck's sake.
Even just honestly, I think like a few like hours at Hill End just to get the basics of it, and I think that'll set you right.
Right.
'Cause if you
Maybe
go out,
I just want to ski. It sounds like a lot of effort. The way you said it was physical, I'm like, I'm not into that.
well, I don't know. I've only done snowboarding, and then that's like if you're trying to fucking keep getting up, your feet are attached to the board. It's fucking. I was shit at it as well.
Yeah.
I've not done it that much, but I was shit at it when I did it.
If you're gonna learn one, ski. Snowboarding's fucking impossible to just.
Oh yeah,
like,
maybe
pick up.
that's just the one I've just gone for the harder one.
Maybe I'll just stay in the chalet and eat fondue.
That's actually the best play.
Oh, yeah.
100% best shout.
Yeah. And just play my Nintendo Switch.
Now that seems a lot more appealing.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to
that's-
enter myself there. So that's, you get to do cool stuff like that. But I can't think of anywhere else that I, really,
New Orleans for me. Oh, New Orleans. That's like the last place in like America I really want to go.
I had a friend who married an American girl,
Yeah.
moved to New Orleans, and we're going to go visit them.
Yeah.
Perfect. We have somewhere to stay. They'll show us around. Amazing. Bang. Pandemic. Bang. a divorce.
No.
Fuck, man. Hey, man, is it okay if I go and stay with your ex-wife in New Orleans? Not appropriate.
Yeah, that's not cool, Liam.
No, man. I've done Vegas.
Yeah.
Loved Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, that's Vegas is a lot to take in.
I went with like my school friends to Vegas.
Oh my god! Like, what age were you?
Oh no, this was only a couple of years ago.
Oh right, okay. I
But
thought you went like on a fucking when you left school, you went to Vegas.
No. It was my friends from my secondary school.
Okay, cool.
High school, you say in Scotland because you're wrong. And it was like for one of their stag do's.
Nice.
5 days, Vegas. And I was like, I don't drink anymore. This might be a bit tough. And then I remembered that the guys I was going with were like the dweebs of school.
Right.
I was a dweeb at school. They weren't like the cool kids. They weren't
Yeah.
like the crazy drug takers.
Yeah.
They're all coders now. They work for like Spotify and Deliveroo and people like that.
Nice. Okay.
Designing
Just
the
batting
fucking-
away on the keyboard. They're not taking like lines of coke off a prostitute.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. In fact, one night, me and one or two others got tickets to see Jerry Seinfeld, right? At Caesar's Palace.
Yes.
Very cool. Not everyone wanted to go. Fair enough. Whatever. It was $100 a ticket. A lot of money.
Yeah.
Whatever. You don't want to see a comedy card? That's fine. You do you.
Yeah.
The other guys decided, okay, it's a stag do. We should do something crazy. We're going to buy some edibles, which you can get for free. Not for free. Legally.
Yeah.
Not for free. Does a different thing. Free and legal are not the same.
Yeah.
Just, public service announcement. They went to one of the legal weed stores and they bought some edibles to go see Blue Man Group. What's
Oh
high?
wow.
I have to say, incredible idea.
Yeah.
Amazing idea. Like sitting fucking off your nut whilst they're going bum, bada, bum, 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 bada, bum, and there's like paint going everywhere.
Yeah.
And a feast for the eyes and ears. Love it. Problem is, as I said, these guys, they're not like cool drug takers. I just wish one of them had spoken to me about the plan because they didn't know what they were doing. If they were with me, I'd just say, right, just take one edible.
Oh no.
Just take half a gummy
Ease yourself in.
and see how you get on. If you've never been high before, this is going to be a lot. This is going to be an intense high.
Oh my god, this is
So many of them they'd maybe smoked weed once in Amsterdam or something. They didn't know the fucking script. So they ate the bag of gummies between like 6 of them and then just all of them whited,
yeah, of course.
just rolling around the hotel room in the fucking Luxor, just missed the Blue Man Group entirely, and then all fell asleep. And woke up like fucking. They fell asleep, all of them on a bed, and slept for like 8 hours.
Fucking
And then woke up at 2 a.m, like completely re-jet lagged again.
Yeah.
And then it just fucked the whole holiday because then every night we're like, okay, it's like bachelor party night, fucking. And they're like, no, I've been up since 2 a.m. going to bed because I accidentally fucking ate a bag's worth of edibles. And
Fuck. So when you got back, were they still like paralyzed?
I didn't hear from them again that night. I didn't find all this out until the next morning when they'd been up for 6 hours already. I was like, oh, morning, how's Blue Man Group? They were like, let's not talk about it. Because I double done it the first time I got high.
Yeah.
I was in Amsterdam and I had a space cake. I'd never had weed.
That's a fucking a lot. That's in at the deep end.
Yeah. And I spoke to the coffee shop guy. I was like, can I have 2 of the space cakes? He's like, is it for you? And I was like, yeah, just for me. He's like, you just need 1. I was like, I can have 2, man. I know what I'm doing. He's like, why don't you have 1?
Yeah.
And this is what I would have said to my friends. Have 1. See how you go. And if it's good, you come back. And I had 1 and I waited like 45 minutes. And I'd never been high. So I just got this slight like tingly feeling.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this it? Is this high? This shit is lame. 1 space cake, please. Ate the second one. Boom. First one kicks in.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And then I was fucked. Honestly. And then the second one hit and it was just like I just
Game
had to
over.
be escorted like from the cafe to the hotel. One of my friends just like put a wet fucking flannel on my head.
Oh, Liam. Where were they at this point? What were they doing in this situation?
Watching me.
What, they didn't do it?
No, I think one or two did, but not in
They
the
didn't
same...
double down to space cake. What a fucking mad way to jump in.
Yeah, man. And the next morning I was like, that was amazing.
Fuck.
Let's do it again.
More cakes, please, bro.
And I remember the next time I went to Amsterdam, there was the guest house lady. She said, "Are you going to go to the coffee shops?" And I was like, and by this point, I've been to university. I'd experimented a little bit. I'd taken some pretty high intense drugs.
Yeah.
And are you going to go to the coffee shops? And I was like, yeah, I'll be sampling some of your grass. And she went, well, the THC strain this year is the strongest it's been in like 25 years, so be careful. And I'm like, whatever, girl.
I think I've got this.
You don't need to worry about me. I'm not a dork. And I went to a coffee shop. A few of them sell beer. I remember I bought a pint and a joint. And I just went... And I sat still like that for about 45 minutes.
And you're like, she was right. She was right all along.
Every now and then the barman, you okay, bro? Pint untouched.
Warm as
Just
fuck,
sit
bubbling.
there, just like getting staler and staler. And it took me 45 minutes to put the joint down and then get up and leave. Thank you for your custom.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Wandering down the street, just full pint, full joint, one puff. It's time to go to bed. It's like 5 o'clock in the evening. Good night.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. People just don't realise. Just ease yourself in gently with these things.
Yeah, no, you've got to take it slow. You're not a big drug guy.
Was my 20s.
Right.
Can't do it now. Nah, just the fear that comes with it. Just can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah. My memories of it are kind of try and trick me a bit, in that when I think about like memories of like taking ecstasy or whatever, in my head it's like you take a pill and, you feel yourself coming up and you're at a festival and it's you're topless and you're slim and there's like a woman on someone's shoulders next to you in a bikini top and you're all just like hugging each other and it's this beautiful and the sun's setting and it's the best fucking night of my life. You're like chasing status on stage and like, yeah man, I don't normally like this music but this fucking rolls. Woo! Okay, but in reality that never happened. In reality I took an ecstasy tablet, went to Sneaky Pete's.
Which is the smallest nightclub in the world
And
in
just like
Edinburgh.
stood in the corner with my arm just like holding a beer like this.
Yeah.
Have you got a fag? Can I get a fag?
Yeah.
I don't think that pill's not fucking doing anything.
I'll have another.
It's 8 a.m. Right. You fucking what? 8 a.m.
8 a.m. you say? Will we do a wee chat of what you're doing this year for your Fringe? Are you doing...
Yes.
Are you doing another crowd show again? Crowd work show?
With Vittorio Angeloni.
Yeah.
I spoke about it last year about doing it again. We've not put anything into place yet, but we're both writing our main shows at the moment. But
Yeah.
I expect we will. Myself and Vittorio Angeloni did a show of just taking suggestions
Yeah.
out of a hat and riffing material on it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
You can listen to it it's on Vittorio Angeloni's Patreon, I
Has
think.
you got it on there, yeah?
Yeah, so you can listen to it, pay a $5. We say some pretty cancelable things, I think. But
Okay.
It's behind.
It's
the
behind a
paywall.
paywall, so it's okay.
Just like this. This one is as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, definitely. This is not good for free anywhere.
Yeah, good stuff. I don't want people hearing some of the shit I've said. So yeah, we're going to do that again. I think we just need to organise it. Me and Chris will be doing a live Enjoy an Album show.
Bloody good podcast, by the way, can I just say?
Yeah, it's weird being in here.
Yeah, for not this. You're normally on this side as well, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it says, I don't like it over here.
Yeah, I could see you're not enjoying it.
Actually, I do prefer it over here.
Yeah.
I've just decided. Much more space. You're up against the wall. I've got all this freedom.
Yeah, you can get out anywhere.
But it's weird to be here and not be shouting at someone about
The shit music.
their dreadful opinions. But we'll be doing a live show, and then I'll be doing a different show as well. That's Monkey Barrel 2, I think I am at. But you know the schedule, do you?
Oh no, I know the numbers of the locations, and I've heard the one you were talking about.
Yeah,
I can never remember which one's two.
it's currently a Harry Potter escape room.
An unaffiliated magical experience.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
You should love Stuart McPherson's joke about that.
You should not be named for legal reasons.
Yeah, great stuff.
Brilliant.
Great
shit.
stuff. Handsome man. Very funny.
Yeah, model as well now.
Yeah,
fucking bastard.
Arsehole, what an arsehole.
What a bastard.
What an absolute- Right, leave something for the rest of us.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a show there, probably about how my body betrayed me, and my organs started to fail, which is a pretty terrible thing to happen. But I was like, fringe show, right itself. What?
Here we go.
A love letter to the NHS a year
Hell
after
yeah.
the pandemic, midst strikes.
Yep.
Send me the award now.
Sign him up. Yeah. That'd be good, man. That'd be good.
We'll see. I need to find a name. I need a name.
Yeah, that's it. I'm in the naming phase of mine. Don't really know what the fuck the show's going to be about, but
Yeah.
Your show last year was called Hot Sauce, and now this year it can definitely not be named Hot Sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It was like that was the end of that period of my life. Not
Yeah.
sauce. Bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
Mm.
no,
So did you say not sauce or nut sauce?
But I mean, my show last year was about cum, so it should have been called Nut Sauce. That would have been much better.
I've never heard it called nut sauce before.
That's what I'm calling it from now on. I'm going to add that to the list of things I don't like. Celery.
Celery.
Did I say celery?
Celery's on the list as well for me.
Lettuce,
disgusting.
mushrooms, and nut,
Nut
sauce.
sauce.
Yes, aka cum. Well, thank you so much for having me on your
No,
podcast.
thank you, mate. Liam, what a fucking pleasure. I'm glad I found someone else that hates lettuce as much as me.
Yes,
Fuck
fuck lettuce.
Fuck you, lettuce lovers, and lettuce as well.
Yes, thank you.
One last thing before you go. I don't know if I'll get this bit in, but I'm going to try and get people on this podcast. So can you name someone famous, and I'll try and get them on the podcast. Even just have a wee think.
Does it have to be someone I know?
No, it doesn't have to be a comedian. It can just be anyone that get British, and I'll fucking try and get them on.
Okay. Who's the name of that? The British F1 driver.
British F1 driver?
He's like a legend. He's like the most successful F1 driver ever.
Damon Hill?
No. He's like, what's his name?
Jackie Stewart?
What the fuck?
He's fucking dead by now, is he not?
I don't
No,
know.
he's like the
that's quite
current number one British racing
Oh,
driver.
him?
Yeah,
No!
that's what I'm gonna name. What's his fucking name?
Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, fucking hell.
Lewis Hamilton, please come on the podcast.
I hate him.
Come and deal with Ralphie's fucking beef with you. I
Yeah,
don't know
you're a fucking wank, Lewis Hamilton.
yeah. Or is it?
Do you not? But you've mentioned it. You've said it. I'll try. Brilliant. I'll go for that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in, Liam.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.